Okay, so just for a second, I want you to think about this. What's the very first thing that happens when you wake up?
Mm.
Is it, a groan? Is it the immediate memory of a bill you have to pay, that kind of dread?
Or just, ugh, another day.
Exactly. Well, today we are doing a deep dive into some sources that make a genuinely radical claim.
A huge claim.
Yeah, that the very first word, the first thought you have when you wake up isn't just a reaction to your life. It's a program. It's actually setting the frequency for your entire destiny.
It sounds almost too simple, right?
Yeah.
But the people who study these universal laws, they've started to see this pattern among people who seem to, well, to prosper without all the struggle.
Right.
And they share this hidden habit, a specific thing they say. And the key, what the sources all point to, is that it's never a plea, it's not a request, it's an act of recognition.
And that's where we get into the mechanics of it, not just motivation. This isn't just think positive.
Yeah, not a...
It's rooted in this ancient spiritual idea. According to your faith, be it done unto you. So our mission here is to unpack that. We're going to detail the spiritual law they say is at play and walk through a really precise 7-step ritual.
A ritual designed to shift your consciousness from, fear and contraction to expansion, all in the first few moments of the day.
Okay, so let's start with the problem they're trying to solve. The sources are very clear on this. Life doesn't fail in one big catastrophic event.
No. It fails in these small, these repeated cracks.
The invisible daily failures.
Do invisible failures, exactly. That silent, worried thought when you check your phone. The little clench you feel when you think about your budget. And most important, the very first feeling you have when your eyes open.
So they're arguing that most people fail because the second they wake up, they're just energetically repeating yesterday's negative patterns.
Precisely. And that leads to what they call true poverty.
Which isn't about your bank account.
No, it's not the lack of money, it's the lack of hope. The failure of the spirit that happens the moment you wake up. When you wake up worried, your entire spiritual system just contracts.
Contracts, that's a powerful word. What does that mean physically?
Think of it like a camera lens. You tighten your focus down to just survival. Your consciousness closes up, your energy drops, and this is the crucial part. Opportunities become literally invisible to you, even if they're right there.
You're just locked onto the frequency of lack.
Your soul was born to create, to expand, but that contraction forces it into survival mode. And this is why that tiny little window of time right between sleep and being fully awake is so important. They call it the sacred portal.
The sacred portal.
So this is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
In those first few seconds, before the ego fully fires up, before you remember your to-do list.
Before the anxiety kicks in.
Yes. The mind's resistance is at its lowest. The subconscious is wide open. The sources actually describe the first 7 seconds as the most powerful programming portal of the entire day.
7 seconds. Why 7?
Well, it seems to be just enough time for a conscious idea to seep into the subconscious blueprint without the analytical mind immediately rejecting it. It literally sets the tone.
So the goal is to install a new high-frequency code in those 7 seconds before the mind can fight back.
Exactly. And this gets us to the core principle here, the law of coherence.
Yep.
Most of us believe that external things will fix our internal state, right? If I just get the job or the money, then I'll feel better.
Sure, that's the standard model.
But the spiritual law is the complete reverse. Your internal state creates your external circumstances. The universe doesn't respond to effort or wanting, it responds to coherence, to vibrational resonance. You have to be the thing first.
Which brings us to the code itself. The word that they claim can reorder your entire consciousness. And that word is bendito.
Bendito. It literally translates from Spanish as blessed. But the spiritual meaning here, it's vital to understand what it is not.
Okay.
It's not a prayer begging for something. It's not a religious cliche you just mutter.
But hold on, let me ask a practical question here. For someone listening, why that specific word, bendito? Is it different from just saying, I am blessed in English? Is there something special about the sound?
That's a great question, a really important one. The sources say it's less about the language and more about the power of its roots and the conscious break it creates.
A conscious break.
Yes. The roots of bendito literally mean well said, well spoken, well created. And when you consciously choose a word that's a little outside your normal chatter, it forces your mind to pause and engage with the real intention behind it. You're using it as a code.
A code for identity and recognition.
Exactly. So by saying bendito, you're not asking, please bless me. You are declaring, I recognize the blessing that is already planted in me. You shift from being a seeker, which implies you lack something,
To being an heir, which implies inheritance. It's already yours.
that is the entire shift. You're affirming that your day is already sustained by grace, and that creates instant coherence.
Okay, this is fascinating. So let's get really practical. For anyone listening who wants to actually apply this, the sources give a very specific 7-step ritual.
And the structure is so important. Just saying the word isn't enough. You need the whole framework for it to lock in.
So, step 1, as we said, the exact moment. You open your eyes, but you pause. Before you think about your problems, before you grab your phone, you have to capture that bridge.
Step 2 is 3 deep breaths. And these are not just, casual breaths. They're intentional.
Okay.
The first one, you breathe in deep and let go of all the tiredness. The second, you let go of all the worries. And the third breath is to open your spirit, to create space for the code to land.
I like that, creating space. Then step 3, pronounce the sacred word. You say bendito softly, clearly. And they say you should feel it echo in your chest.
Right, don't just rush it, let it land. Then step 4 is the activation, the full formula. After a moment, you state the full alignment. Bendito soy, bendito estoy, bendito seré.
Which means,
I am blessed my origin. I am currently blessed present grace, and I will be blessed future certainty. It anchors the identity across your entire timeline.
then step 5, 2 minutes of sacred silence. You close your eyes again, you imagine your breath is light, your heart is a small golden sun, and the sources are really clear here. You don't ask for anything, you just recognize.
Just feel that connection. And that feeling leads right into step 6. Visualization of flow.
Not forced.
Not force. You're not visualizing $1 million hitting your bank. You're visualizing simple movement, an idea arriving, a door opening easily, a positive phone call. Abundance starts as a feeling of ease.
And the final step, step 7, rise with identity. Before your feet even touch the floor, you internally declare, today I walk as one who knows they are already blessed.
And that aligns your physical action with the spiritual state you've just created. That's the whole system.
Yeah.
But there's a big caution that comes with this. Just doing the ritual won't work if your deep internal programming is fighting against it. If you have these invisible beliefs that contradict the idea of being blessed, you just fragment your energy.
So we have to dismantle the self-sabotage. What are these invisible blocks?
The first one they identify is error 1, the unworthy wound.
Ah.
It's that quiet, deep down belief that abundance is for other people, but, less for me. It comes from old rejection, old failures. And the teaching to counter it is this. At the table of abundance, you are an heir, not a guest.
Heirs don't have to beg for what's already theirs.
They just have to recognize their right to receive. We see this with the case study of Daniela. She was cleaning offices, just exhausted, and felt so guilty, like she didn't deserve a break.
A classic unworthy wound.
Totally. The moment she started this ritual, her energy shifted from just trying to survive to actually recognizing her own worth. And then the external followed. She got an offer for vocational training, a better, more secure job. The consciousness shifted first.
Okay, what's the second error?
Error 2 is a big one. Falsely equating scarcity with humility. This is that cultural belief that being poor or struggling is somehow more spiritual or noble.
Right, the suffering saint idea.
Exactly. And the sources say this destroys lives. They put it very bluntly. The lack is a disconnection, not a virtue. You can only truly bless others from a place of fullness, not from scarcity.
So making a virtue out of your own limitation is actually a huge block to receiving anything.
A massive block. And that brings us to error 3. The burden of doing it all alone. This is the high achiever's trap. Believing everything depends only on your own effort, your own strength.
The if I don't do it, it won't get done mindset.
Yes. And that belief literally blocks divine intervention. It blocks the flow of opportunity. We saw this with Mauricio. Outwardly, a super successful executive. Inwardly, a complete wreck. Anxiety, fear of collapse because he felt he had to carry it all.
He was forcing everything.
By declaring bendito, he was finally able to let go of that burden. The ritual didn't immediately change his money, it changed his peace. It brought back his creativity. He went from forcing to allowing.
So the ritual sets the day, and dismantling these blocks stops the energy leaks. But the sources also give a tool to speed this all up. They call it pedal.
Yes, this is the accelerator. It stands for presence, abundance, direction, alignment, and lock-in. It's basically a way to train your intuition to see blessings before they even show up.
And how does that work in practice?
It's pretty simple. Every morning after the 7-step ritual, you take a special notebook. Not your to-do list, a sacred notebook, and you write down 3 specific blessings.
But the key is how you write them.
The phrasing is everything. You have to write them in the present tense with total spiritual certainty. You are not writing a wish list.
So you don't write, I really need an idea for my project.
No. You write, Bendito estoy with the perfect actionable idea that arrived for me today. Or, Bendita soy with an unexpected and effortless opportunity opening in my career now.
You're writing it as if it's already a fact.
It aligns your subconscious to look for it. It trains your spiritual eyes to see what was always there. Then, what looks like a coincidence to other people becomes, for you, divine confirmation.
So when we zoom out and look at this whole system, the ritual, the blocks, this accelerator, what is it really telling us about abundance? The sources seem to frame it as something bigger than just personal gain.
They do. They see it as a spiritual mission.
A mission.
Yes. Abundance isn't the prize. It's about converting your life into a clean channel, a canalizer, as they say. It's not about hoarding resources. It's about using them to serve, to heal, to inspire. It's the parable of the talents. Abundance needs to move.
If the flow stops with you, the flow slows down.
Precisely. So when you declare Bendito, knowing that your prosperity serves a purpose beyond just you, you become a trustworthy channel. Doors open, not because you're special, but because the universal flow knows it can move through you.
It's the ultimate statement of spiritual trust.
It is.
So let's leave you with a final thought on this to take into your day. If this consciousness shift we've been talking about is actually real, and you successfully reprogrammed your energy tomorrow morning, from fear to recognition, from contraction to grace, who in your life right now is waiting for the blessing, the resource, or the inspiration that can only flow through the elevated version of you